Hey, peace and black power to my peoples. Peace and black power to all Africans around the globe. Hey, y'all know what it is. Come in, like in this video, go ahead and mash up the likes, because that make a lot of difference for us algorithm. And hit the notification bell so you always be in the crosshairs when I drop one of these particular videos. You can also subscribe to the channel. That really helps. Black people, we're watching the news, broadcasting the situation in the Gaza Strip as it deals with the Israelis committing mass genocide against the Palestine people. We often feed off into that particular news because that's what's available for us, and we can see for ourselves that the international community is allowing the United States or United Snakes and Israel, Great Britain, France, and all those people to rule the world the way they rule the world, through violence. You see what I'm saying? And oftentimes the mainstream media is owned by these same warmongers, the United Snakes. So they're not going to give us full interest on what's going down in the Congo as it deals with black people, because I know, any sane black person knows, any sane African, any sane black person knows, or any sane Chinese person know, any sane white people know that the world hates black people. If you really look at the situation, the world is geared against black people. So shout outs to new media, because without new media, we couldn't cover such stories that's happening behind our backs and no one's paying attention, because the news that's available to us is very biased. The news that we get, whether it be sports, weather, whatever, is to brainwash and mislead you. The media form your thoughts. Some people don't have an original thought. They don't have anything that's original to go off their own mindset. Their opinion could be persuaded through the media. That's why the TV was invented in the first place, to program the people. Pay attention. The USA Embassy, y'all, in the Congo is under siege. The Congo protesters, they've been burning the United States flag and Belgian flag, and the EU flag, and France's flag. Target the Western Embassy, the West supporting the neighboring Rwanda soldiers who are coming into the Congo, killing African people, African women and children, innocent people, for no reason. Why? Because of natural resources. America is deemed to be behind all the coups to take out any African who want to do right by the people. They only support the Negro that would get in power to do their bidding. Let me say that again. The European world, the white Western world, only support African leaders who do the bidding for the Western world to steal natural resources. Greedy African Negroes, self-hatred Negroes who become president of these African countries and do the bidding for white supremacy. That is a weak nigga to me. I don't care how much money he makes. He's a weak nigga to me. So, the protesters, they want the United States out of the Congo, because we know that the United States and all her European allies is the reason why we have this big killing going on in the Congo. Nigga from Rwanda. Niggas from Rwanda. How the fuck can you go kill your brother because of white supremacy want the rich resources out the ground of the Congo? The international community, y'all, is silent on the killing that's going on in the Congo, so the people are protesting. Rocks are being thrown at foreigners who's only there to weaken the prosperity of the people. The Congo, y'all, is the world's largest supplier of cobalt. Copper is a mineral that is used to infuse energy in the electric car. Tesla needs cobalt. Apple needs cobalt. Why? Computers, cell phones are made from this particular mineral, this particular resource. How is America the motherland and she doesn't produce like Africa's grounds? Africa is responsible for 70% of the world's cobalt. And you telling me there's no return to build infrastructure, build the economy for the peoples? The buyers of cobalt are Tesla, Microsoft, and Apple, and Volkswagen. So we know that the Europeans, the European Union, which is all the Europeans who use imperialists and violence and murder and strategies to steal these resources, they are behind this. We know. So President Paul Kagame, Rwanda's president, are you a house Negro? You killing Africans? Are you helping Africans kill Africans for the European power structure? That is a weak motherfucker to me. I don't give a fuck how many people you done kill. You still weak to me. I don't care how much money you have. You are a weak motherfucker to me. If you kill your own people for white supremacy, you a sucker. Protesters, poor women and children in the Congo are being exploited for cobalt. Artisanal mining with no equipment to dig, just hands. How is it the Congo produce 70% of the world's cobalt and the people are poor? The governments of the Congo don't have no investments coming in terms of environmental infrastructure. Cobalt is used for them electric cars, man. Cell phones. So America and all her European allies are causing a major destabilization in Africa. See, it's a trick. The United States killed Patrice Lumumba in 1961, January 17th, 1961, the Prime Minister of the Congo, because he knew France and the Belgians still had control over the Congo after so-called gaining independence in the 60s. They still had the house nigga like Mobutu, Seko Mobutu, the president, who killed his own people. You a weak Negro in history. Killed his own people for the Belgian rule, for the France rule, to continue to rape the grounds of Africa. Africa is the land of milk and honey that they talk about. There's nothing on this earth that Africa doesn't have. They have every resource on the planet. This is how you know this is the motherland. It's rich in resources. America has to go kill and steal, Negro, when you call America the motherland. If America is the motherland, why she don't produce for her children in America? My mama produced milk to sustain my life. I don't have to go steal. She didn't have to go steal milk because that's my mama. She could produce the milk to sustain my life. So how the fuck did you pretendians keep calling America the motherland when she can't produce the resources that America has to go kill for? You on your iPhone, and the culprit was probably picked by hands by an African who probably died picking cobalt out the ground. Another thing, the Chinese, they own 15 cobalt mines out of 18. What the fuck is going on? It's crazy. So Felix, how you say his name? Felix Tshisekedi, the president of, I'm gonna get that right, the president of the Congo. Are you helping the United States? Great, it ain't really Great Britain and France and Israel kill Africans for the cobalt, for the resources. But South Africa send 2,900 troops to Eastern Congo, the DRC, in response to these Negroes. I call them the house Negroes, the M23, from Rwanda. How can you go to the Congo and kill your own people because the Europeans want the resources of that land? South Africa would send 2,900 troops as part of contribution to the Southern African Development Community Force deployed to tackle armed groups in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, the President's office said in a statement this past Monday. This deployment will be intact until December 15, 2024. I don't understand how our people don't understand this particular knowledge when I give it to them. They think that I'm being anti-American because I'm telling you how America stays afloat. Without Africa, all Western worlds go. They don't tell you that. The mainstream media don't tell you that everybody depends on the breast. You know what I'm saying? On the suckling from the titty of Africa. She's the surrogate mother for these Western nations. So Negro, you got it wrong when you call America the motherland. The mother produces. All mothers produce. This bitch can't produce shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all a quick video and I'll be right back.
Here is the end result of centuries of mining in the Congo. More than 500,000 people reside in the Congolese city of Kolwezi, where it holds more cobalt than the rest of the world combined. Global electric car sales tripled in just 3 years, soaring from 4% in 2020 to 14% in 2022. Projections for 2023 indicates a staggering 14 million electric vehicles sold, showcasing a remarkable 35% year-over-year growth. And it's not just EVs. Smartphones, laptops, e-bikes dominate e-commerce, ranking in billions. In the US alone, consumers shell out $14 billion on electronic gadgets. The exponential rise in global demands for electronic goods propelled by the rapidly growing electric vehicle market amplifies the crisis surrounding the cobalt supply chain, impacting the lives of Congolese people who bear the brunt of hazardous mining conditions, social economic disparities, and environmental degradation. So how did we get here?
The history of the Congo is the history of the enslavement and colonization and pillage of Africa. So the Belgians took over in 1908, and right at that period, in the southeastern corner of the country, a place called Katanga, they discovered massive mineral deposits on a scale unlike anywhere else in the world. The Belgians used the same kind of forced labor terror regime to force the population living there to mine for copper. And that copper was brought up into Western Europe. And so the economy transformed into mining.
By the time we get to World War II, uranium was critical. Overwhelming majority, the bulk of the uranium came out of the Congo. It was the Congo's uranium that made the Manhattan Project possible. And then even right up to the 21st century, when we see the advances in technologies.
And these advances in technologies are made off the backs of the Congolese people. In fact, roughly 70% of all cobalt mined in the Congo comes from one city. In order to explain how this area came to be so valuable, we need to take a step back in time. In 1960, the Congo finally broke free from Belgian rule, a significant leap towards independence. But this newfound freedom was more symbolic than anything. Just 11 days after gaining their independence, the Katanga region seceded. As a result, Congo's first democratically elected president, Patrice Lumumba, sought aid from the only place they can seek help from, the Soviet Union. But this move didn't exactly sit well with the United States, fearing their adversary gaining control over Congo's precious resources. In response, a covert alliance involving the CIA, Belgium, and influential UN figures plotted the tragic assassination of President Lumumba.
Police in the Democratic Republic of Congo fired tear gas to disperse protesters in Kinshasa on Monday. Demonstrators were burning tires and US and Belgian flags near Western embassies and United Nations offices. They accused the West of supporting neighbouring Rwanda, which is alleged to back the Tutsi-led M23 rebellion.
We are claiming our rights. France and the United States are fostering the war in the eastern DRC by supporting the rebellion. A country like Rwanda cannot fight against the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We are marching. We are not breaking or destroying people's property, but the head of the police is sending his officers to chase us away.
The M23 group's recent advances threaten the strategic eastern city of Goma in the conflict-hit eastern Congo region. Rwanda has denied accusations that it backs M23. However, Congo Western governments, including the United States and Belgium, as well as reports from a United Nations expert group, indicate that the rebel group benefits from Rwandan support. Decades of conflicts in eastern Congo between myriad rival armed groups over land and resources and brutal attacks on civilians have killed hundreds of thousands of people and displaced more than 7 million.
Watu wanakufa kiolela, watu wanagongea mu mabarabara juu ya kukimbia. Sasa tunakosa kama tufanye aye. Ona watu weba na yala humu mugunga. Obeba napenda twende malaki vero mbesi tumalizie kule.
Kulikuwa masasi banandi ba M23 balifika bakelunguza manyumba bakebeba vitu atukubeba kitu bamwa balikosa batoto wengine bakekufa wengine bakeumia banafika mu manyumba maana kila kitu banabeba hakuna kitu cha banachaka mafugo banabeba banaumiza watu na sasa tulisikia vile ndio vile tukikimbia
hakuna chakula hakuna mavazi tuliachaka karuba tena na tulibebaka tulibiacha shasha maana hapa tuko vida hatuna kitu.
Le degré d'attention s'agissant de ce qui se passe en République démocratique du Congo continue d'être extrêmement élevé et que nous sommes absolument déterminés à non seulement continuer mais à intensifier le travail.
C'est l'exercice des moteurs. Oui, oui. Oh, bonjour, vous allez bien?
Why is the United States got an embassy in the first place in Africa? They have a lot of embassies and military bases in Africa. For what? I don't know how these people think that Africans, we are somehow dumbfounded. We're oblivious. We're not that keen to know that the reason why these entities are in Africa to only continuation of raping Africa and killing Africans. The governments of Africa, you have to know that this is all politics. You tell us that the United States is only in Africa as part of some kind of security team. Security conditions, government structures necessary to improve the Congolese people, social and economic sectors, and permit extensive state authority across the country, U.S. assistance. These people use these words under cloak and guise of just going in, killing the people. They are there for only the United States interests, Europe interests, white folk interests. That's the only reason why they there. The Congolese people want the foreigners out of the country. Get out, because they know they are paying the Rwandans, Africans, to come into the Congo and kill the people. Look at the weaponry that Rwanda has all of a sudden. Who's giving them the weapons? So, you're a fake security team in Mali. That's why Mali kicked the UN so-called peacekeepers out. Niger kicked your ass out. Get on out of here. Who else got kicked out? Burkina Faso kicked out France and America and the UN. People supposed to be there to fight the insurgency of the Islamic jihadists who are attacking and killing people. But these people are being funded by the United States and all European allies. The technology is up. The bullshit is up. But that's what's going down in the Congo. 7 million people has been displaced. Thousands of kids, women, civilians have been just killed for no reason. All over the land, the resources, the monies. Poor men, women, and children in the Congo are being exploited doing artisanal mining. The Chinese even buy some of these poor people's mining products, which is cobalt. They go to the mines that the Chinese own when the Chinese are on a break or the Chinese are went home. They go raid the mines. Poor people stealing their own shit to make money. That's crazy. That is ludicrous. That is outrageous. I can't even fathom that kind of shit. I can't fathom me stealing my own shit to make money. That's how it is, though, when you go in Jacob Jewelry and steal the gold. African people stealing your own shit, you know, because somebody stole it from you. Peace and black power.